on to all of my Libras. So please make sure to get the book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The links will be in the description box below as usual. So if you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address as well as the prices are in the description box below. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so the Devil, the Four of Ghosts, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Bats, Nine of Pumpkins, Eight of Ghosts, Lovers. This is for Libra, so okay. Five of Bats, Eight of Bats, Tower. Wow. Ten of Pumpkins. Wow, a lot of significant cards. Justice. Okay. Eight of Pumpkins, Knight of Bats, and the Fool card. Okay, I called it out. Okay, so I didn't make this up. So the Justice, right, is obviously Libra. Justice is Libra. So what I'm seeing here for this is that the Devil, Four of Ghosts, Wheel of Fortune. Some of you Libras may be trying to communicate yourselves with someone and things aren't necessarily working. This person may be deliberately ducking and dodging you, or I see this person deliberately ducking and dodging you. This person is playing games. Don't even waste your time, because it's already been proven that whenever it is that someone tries to get you to jump through all these types of hoops, 10 chances out of 10, they don't really have a whole lot going on. Yeah, just think about that. So the thing is that the Wheel of Fortune is about how this stuff needed to happen for you to be able to see that. Just as it is that I've been saying throughout these videos, giving y'all the information. Some of y'all don't want to listen. A lot of y'all do. Shout outs to y'all. I'm giving y'all what the game is so that you don't participate in it. Part of the reason why people participate in it so much is because the ego. But the ego is going to land you in more trouble than it actually is going to do you a good. It's going to cause more damage. And the reason why I'm saying that is because all those types of people who try to get other people, not just you Libras, I'm just saying in general, listen to what I'm saying, in a situation where they're trying to get you to jump through all these hoops, it's actually been proven through social studies that those people don't have anything to offer of substance. The people who are trying to get you to jump through all these hoops, the people who are trying to get you to do that does not have anything does not have anything substantial that when you would actually, if you were to actually jump through all of that obstacle course and run through the, crawl through the mud and all that stuff, it's actually been proven that they would not know how to be in a relationship where it would last for very long. And that was the game. That was the trick. The con is to get you to jump through all these hoops. So that's why it is that in these videos, I just talk many a times about and an advocate for this is why it is that you shouldn't be playing games, because it makes you, it makes you socially awkward. You too goofy in general. The person is too goofy to understand that they wasting their time trying to get people to jump through all these hoops who want to come get to know them. While at the same time, this is why it is that so many people end up cheating, is because this is part of the reason why there's not a whole lot of fidelity or trust left, or people who don't cheat. Because a person like myself, me specifically, I don't cheat. I've never cheated, don't plan on cheating. Even when I've had people try to come to me, try to get me to cheat on the person who I'm dating at the time, never cheated. So a lot of the times what happened is, and I'm breaking down the science of this, right, so that y'all can actually use this instead of, you know what I'm saying? What happens is that this is why it is that people end up getting cheated on so much, is because you spend so much time trying to get people to chase after you and stuff like this, chase after you, So much so to the point where when someone finally gets to be in a relationship with you, number one, they're burnt out. Number two, they're like, oh, I did all this stuff. I ran through the this sea's worth of obstacle courses. I swam the whole Atlantic or Pacific Ocean to get to where it is I was gonna go. And you mean to actually tell me that, you know what I'm saying? You mean to actually tell me that there's not anything substantial here on this land that I finally just got here on? So they're just like, whatever, right? That's why it is that it happens. So what you want to do is that you just want to be real with people. You know, and that's what happened. You know, you got to them and then you realize that they was full of it. So the things that the Ace of Bats and the Nine of Pumpkins represent is up to you Libras now to first and foremost understand that this is what it is. You're done with this person. You shouldn't want to be with this person anymore because this person doesn't have anything substantially going on. Not internally, even if they have something substantially on the outside. They don't have anything substantial internally going on. Now, if you're okay with that, then by all means, continue to date them. But if you're not okay with that, then you have to actually leave them in application. It's not enough to just be like, oh yeah, but you keep interacting with these people, because it means that you're just a part of that. So the Nine of Pumpkins means that, you know, you have to actually take a stand on this and do something. So I see a lot of you Libras, right, the Eight of Ghosts, choosing to actually leave this, to leave this situation, to actually leave this and be like, look, you're done, right? To actually leave this situation, look, you're done. You're done. So the thing is that the Lovers now is about you just, you know, the Lovers in the Five of Bats is about you just looking at love and what love means for you, right? And this and how this person didn't necessarily bat an eye. They didn't care supposedly about when you left. They just didn't care at all, right? They was just really cold, callous, already wanted you to be up on out of the door and stuff like this. So the Lovers in the Five of Bats now is about you just figuring out, like, oh, okay, this is what it is. And yeah, it is what it, you know, it is what it is, because what happens is that you got to understand, Libras, that this person is an idiot. You know what I mean? People who act like that, they're spiritually and soulfully bankrupt. You know what I mean? And that breeds stupidity. Like, a lot of people don't realize that compassion is intelligence. Compassion is where intelligence comes from. If you don't have compassion, you are a literal idiot, because you don't even have the capacity to understand anything if you don't have compassion. You have to have compassion for something in order for you to understand it. That's the give and take of it. So you see all of these savages out here, and by textbook definition, they're savages because that's what a savage is. A savage is an idiot. Civilized or uncivilized, it doesn't matter. A savage by definition is an idiot, you know? So the thing is that the Lovers and the Five of Bats is just that. Yeah, this person is a savage, and on the narrative is that this person got the better of you, but did they really? Do they really get the better of anybody if they're hiding behind from, that's my dog. If they're hiding from relationships, the answer is no. They look stupid, because at the end of the day, what are they doing this for? They're doing all of this nonsense just so that they can, what? Treat the other person like trash. And the Lovers, right? The Lovers is about how, right? The Lovers has a certain connection with Libra, because Libra is known as the seventh house specifically is known as the house of falling in love or being in love. But at the same time, the Lovers is about how a lot of you Libras are looking at love. And you have the Eight of Bats and the Tower. you know, your concept of love is changing in a very crazy way. Now, in a very painful way, because it would change. See, if you got the temperance, it would that means that your concept would change in a more pleasurable way. But the Tower and the Death card and stuff like this, it usually means a very painful experience, right? There's nothing very joyful about that change. So this is about how a lot of you Libras are going through a very painful change of what you think these types of people are, and the concept of love. And the Two of Pentacles represents this concept of love on a bigger level that a lot of you Libras is weighing in on what it is, that weighing in on if you should go back to that person. And what I would suggest the Libras do is don't necessarily weigh in on if you should go back to that person. Think of it on a higher level and think about whether you should think about things from a principles perspective, how it is that you choose to be in more of your relationships. Are you going to be in a relationship where you're the type of person that wants to play the game, or you'll be the type of person that stays out of it? The Justice now and the Eight of Pumpkins represents, just understand that whatever it is that you choose to do, there will be consequences for your actions, as well as things that work in your favor. The Knight of Bats and the Fool represents, however, these things will come to you regardless of whatever it is that you choose. Me personally, I wouldn't choose to do that type of stuff because I just don't see the point in it. Let's clarify the Justice, which is y'all card, represents the Three of Cups, Page of Cups, Seven of Coins. To clarify the Justice. This shows how a lot of you are Libras, right? Some of you Libras may have some sort of get together. If not, you may just ask a couple of friends, people whom you know you can trust, what it is that they think you should do. Page of Cups, but they're just suggesting that you do whatever it is that you want to do. And for you, right, it requires responsibility. And for you Libras, you think that that's not necessarily a whole lot of help. And that they should have suggested to you what it is that they wanted to see from you. But that's what it is that a lot of you Libras got to understand. Like, this is ultimately your own life. And it'll be up to you to figure out what it is that you want to do. You should never put yourself in a situation, my dear Libras, where you go 100% off of what it is that people tell you simply because, you trust their counsel. At the end of the day, it's still your life. So if you get mashed up or if you get hurt over this, then it's your fault because you didn't choose to listen to your own common sense. Let's clarify the Fool card. The Knight of Coins, the Temperance, Page of Spears. If you want to get yourself in a new relationship, it'll be quite easy. But like I said before, what I always suggest to everybody is take that time, right? Because you don't want to because you have PTSD, right? Everyone does. Everyone gets it. You don't want to be in a relationship and then have PTSD, too busy thinking about what a past partner has done to you, and then the next thing you know, you start taking it out on another person. You don't want to do that. The Page of Spears represents, you need for this to be a new chapter in your life, right? you need to understand how to fight your battles in a different way. And I'm telling you how to do that. How to do that is you need to, or one of the ways I should say is that you need to first and foremost, I would suggest take some time out. A lot of times, you know, and I used to notice Libra. I remember this Libra told me the best way to get over somebody and stuff like this is to hang out with somebody else. I don't suggest you do that, because at the end of the day, all that's going to do is compound the problem even more. You're dealing with all these different personalities and stuff like this. That creates more of a problem. Let's look at the Tower card. Let's look at the Tower card, right? Let's look at the Tower. So you have the Ace of Cups, Knight of Spears, the Sun card. So what I'm seeing here for this is, to clarify the Tower, the Ace of Cups, Knight of Spears, and the Sun card. The Ace of Cups obviously is your feelings. It's also your emotions. Needing to understand which one is which and clarify which one is which. The Knight of Spears, you need a new way to figure out how to exist in relationships and what love means for you, right? I know what it means for me, right? Everyone needs to know what love means for them, right? I love my family. You know, I love my mom. I love my sister. I really don't love the people who I date, so I don't date. You know, it's too difficult. You know, they always got some BS going on. They goofy. So I know my love style. You have to figure out your love style for yourself. The Sun card represents how once you learn how to do that, the Sun represents things will be a lot easier for you, because you'll know your love style, right? You know, love is very difficult for me, so that's what contributes to it as well. For you Libras, like I said, you'll have to figure out your own love style. It's different, you know, different strokes for different folks. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.